I do want to give a huge thanks to everybody that's been supporting the content lately. We already at 900 subscribers, man. Big thanks to everybody who's been liking the content and viewing the content. It really means a lot, and I'm gonna make sure I give y'all a lot more as time goes on. But I did want to give y'all a big thank you, because it does mean a lot to me. If you somebody that came here for supersetting, well, guess what? You come to the right place. You're not seeing a lot of supersetting right now, because remember, I'm in deload phase, meaning I'm giving my body a lot of rest. I'm not really doing as much volume. I'm not lifting as heavy as I generally lift for the next couple months. I actually phase out in September. September is when I'll start kind of like getting back in the groove of like squatting, deadlifting, and so on and so forth. So I've actually haven't squatted or deadlifted since July. Like I said, just very taxing to the body if you didn't know. So for me, like I said, generally during July is when I start to phase. So July, August, and September is really kind of like a slow down phase for me. I scale back on how much I'm training, because sometimes I actually used to do two times a week. I mean, 2 times a week, but 2 days. And on top of that, sometimes I would train 7 days out of the week. So like I said, this is something that actually give my body enough rest so that I can kind of get back into the routine and then create longevity. Because like at the end of the day, I'm 32 years of age. I want to do this as long as I personally can. I do understand that I'm no longer an athlete, but I can still train like an athlete at the end of the day. I just need to listen to my body and have an effective system that can build longevity. You know what I mean? So what we're going to do on this one, we're going to do 3 sets. We're going to do 3 sets of machine chest press, and then we're going to superset with bicep curls. So that's really cool. Relax the shoulders. There we go. Absorb in the chest. Squeeze. Ladies, don't forget you can do chest press too. You can do chest press too. Remember, squeeze the core. Squeeze the glutes. And so what we're doing is make sure your glutes are all the way back, core is nice and tight. Remember, when you're pressing, don't drop the chest. Keep the chest tall the entire time. If you're noticing that you press out and you're dropping the chest, I highly recommend just lowering the weight. You get more out of the exercise if you make sure that chest is nice and tall, even when you extend your arms to press, all right? Keep going. Almost there. There we go. Good. Good. 20. Say 15. Hey, they got 5 more. Good. Very good. All right. You gonna see? One thing I love about drop sets, you can drop to a weight that you was blowing past like 20 reps. After what you just hit from the heavy set, you can barely get 2-3. That's why I love drop sets. Today's workout, short, straight to the point. We pretty much focused on push and pull today's workout. Remember, it's not about going super heavy every time you train. You get a little bit more time on attention a day. Really listen to our body the entire time. If you like more workouts like this, do me a favor, make sure you like, share, subscribe. I do want to give a huge thanks to everybody that's been supporting the content lately. We already at 900 subscribers, man. Big thanks to everybody who's been liking the content and viewing the content. It really means a lot, and I'm gonna make sure I give y'all a lot more as time goes on. But I did want to give y'all a big thank you, because it does mean a lot to me. You could have been doing, you could have stopped, you could have not liked it, you could have not viewed it, you could have kept it moving, but you chose to tune in. But like I said, a few takeaways. One thing you need to do when you come to the gym, always make sure you hydrate at least 30 minutes before you come to the gym. I would say actually chug a bottle of water. Worst case worst, 2 bottles of water. Right now I'm trying to actually lower the caffeine intake, so if anybody that want to join me throughout this challenge, I'm actually next month, as of September, I'm going to do no caffeine month just to see how this shit goes, you feel me? And the funny thing is, this is going to be peeking into the phase of me trying to lift as heavy as I possibly can. So this is going to be extremely interesting. The main reason why I'm actually doing this is because I personally understand that the excessive caffeine is putting a hell of a strain on the heart itself. Do understand, if you do not notice this, the heart is your engine of your vehicle. So you need to make sure that you are properly taking care of your heart. And remember, if you're somebody that's loading up on a lot of pre-workouts, coffees, things to that nature, do me a favor and start scaling back like me. I'm slowly scaling back. One thing I'm trying to do from within my slow scale back process is just not trying to get caffeine every day. Scale it back to start off maybe 3 times a week, maybe 2 times a week, whatever kind of works from there. So do me that favor and make sure you're scaling back from your caffeine. Like I said, stay hydrated. Another important thing, and this is actually one of the main reasons why I did get injured, is know when to give your body a rest. I went into playing basketball for a few hours, lack of hydration, barely ate, and which is so easy for you to get injured. But the beautiful thing is I am going to document my recovery process. A few things I'm going to do in this recovery process is, one, I'm going to make sure I start doing pool workouts. Don't sleep on those pool workouts for rehab. I always say if you're somebody that's trying to rehab an area, I actually recommend kind of scaling back from the machines and actually focus more on pool workouts. And the beautiful thing is after your pool workouts, when you work out in the pool, I know you ain't going to skip those meals, because if you're somebody like me, once you work out in the pool and when you're in the pool for a long period of time, what happens? You get hungry as hell. So you're going to make sure you nourish your body. Speaking of rehabbing injuries, do make sure, once again, you're not loading up on a shitload of junk food. Make sure you're doing your due diligence and properly nourishing the body, because all that's going to do is help speed up the process of recovery. Very important to understand that. You don't want to strain your body more by not getting any nutrients, by actually over consuming caffeine. On top of that, not hydrating the body. On top of that, not nourishing the body. And then on top of that, feeding your body all this unnecessary resistance from the machines, dumbbells, and cable work. So just do me that favor and make sure, if you're somebody that's rehabbing injury, listen to your body and actually scale back on what you want to do. I personally understand it's very frustrating to not be able to do what you were able to do before, but at the end of the day, you will be back where you were before if you properly follow the steps. Because the worst thing we want to do is, when rehabbing an injury, is just start over the whole rehab process. And trust me, I've done that shit before, and I've done that plenty of times to a point. I'm telling you, it's a huge inconvenience. You just want to go back to what you was doing, and the only way we can do that is by making sure the body is properly rested, nourishing the body properly, hydrating the body properly, and like I said, just not giving it any unnecessary stresses. And like I said, with that said, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and I'm going to catch you on the next video.